his strategy until last week's announcement that Trump was going to put more tariffs on Canada on August 19th, unless there's some sort of deal. Carney's strategy seemed to be, okay, let's wait Trump out. Let's wait until the midterms. Let's not engage. So as much as he claims that he's been putting forward concrete and detailed proposals, comprehensive proposals, nobody believes that except him and his press secretary, who will put out the statements. It's not happening. And I hear that from Canadians who are close to the talks, Americans who are close to the talks, people who know what's going on. I mean, there's a headline today that says Dominic LeBlanc, who is, Carney's point man on this issue, his minister of everything important at the moment, is heading down to Washington later this week. Well, I'm sorry, if it was that important and you were really engaged, Dominic LeBlanc would have a permanent residence at the Mayflower Hotel, steps from the White House. Instead, he goes down there occasionally, and apparently the proposals that we put forward are for more talks, not for finding solutions to either the trade irritants that the Americans have with us or the trade irritants that we have with them. So it's saying, let's talk some more. It's like saying, let's get together for lunch soon, Jeanette, and then I never send you a date.
Yeah, exactly. So they should be camping outside the White House.
Yeah, I think so. I think that would actually help.
Yeah. I would give them more of a presence for sure. So a week after Donald Trump threatened new tariffs on Canada to take effect in August, he tells Fox News that he doesn't care about getting a new trade deal with Canada because they don't need us anyway. So how do you react to that?
Well, I mean, they do and they don't. You will note that Donald Trump has not tariffed energy coming from Canada, in particular oil, natural gas. He has not tariffed potash coming out of Canada. The things that he actually definitely needs and doesn't have competition on, he hasn't put tariffs on. The things he has competition on, like autos here in Ontario, he's put tariffs on. So look, the Americans don't need us as much as we need them. That is true. And that's part of why I say we should be looking to get a deal. That doesn't mean surrendering. That doesn't mean giving in to everything that Trump wants. But, we are more trade dependent than they are. I'll give you one quick stat. Our exports to the United States are the equivalent of 19.9%. So 20% of our total gross domestic product. So 20% of our GDP is tied to selling goods and services to the Americans. The opposite, their exports to us, amount to 1.4% of their GDP. So the dollar values are actually very similar. We have very balanced trade. But for us, it's 20% of our economy. For them, it's 1.4%. Who needs this trade deal more than we do? So on that, Trump is right. When he says we couldn't survive without them, that's not true. It's definitely an exaggeration. But we do need them on trade more than they need us, which is part of why I keep saying, get the best deal that we can. Negotiate. Don't try and wait out Donald Trump until after the midterms like Mark Carney's been doing. Try and get in there. The idea that Carney has is, well, wait until after the midterms and then the Republicans will lose the House and maybe the Senate. Well, that's just going to make an angry Donald Trump, but he's still going to be president for 2 more years, and he's still going to be